Wrath of Man 2021. In the opening of Wrath of Man, a mysterious and cold man, known only as H, arrives in Los Angeles seeking work at a cash truck company called Fortico Security. The company has recently suffered violent robberies, leaving many guards dead and the staff shaken with fear. H appears emotionless and detached, yet his eyes reveal a hidden intensity. During his job interview and training, he barely speaks, observing everything around him carefully. His co-workers underestimate him, assuming he is slow and awkward. However, beneath his quiet exterior lies a man driven by vengeance and purpose far darker than anyone imagines. On H's very first day in the field, a robbery occurs, shocking everyone. The criminals are heavily armed and ruthless, quickly overpowering the guards. While most of the crew freezes in terror, H suddenly reveals extraordinary combat skills, efficiently killing the attackers with deadly accuracy. His actions save his co-workers, but his brutal methods raise suspicion. Instead of fear, H shows no emotional reaction, almost as if violence is routine for him. The police are stunned by his performance, and Fortico management becomes wary. H is praised as a hero, yet whispers grow that something about him is not normal. As days pass, H continues working on the armored truck routes, carefully studying every movement, employee, and security weakness. His co-workers, including Bullet and Dave, try to befriend him, but H remains distant. Flashbacks reveal that he was once a powerful crime lord, ruling an international organization. His life was destroyed when his young son was killed during a Fortico robbery months earlier. This tragedy transformed him into a relentless hunter. Now, by working inside the company, H is slowly closing in on the people responsible. Every shift brings him closer to discovering the truth behind his son's murder. Through a series of flashbacks, the audience sees the robbery that killed H's son. The boy was riding with his father when masked attackers ambushed their truck. H was shot and left for dead, forced to watch helplessly as his son was murdered. This horrifying memory fuels his cold rage. After surviving, H used his vast criminal connections to hunt down everyone even remotely connected to the crime. He tortured and interrogated suspects without mercy. Still, one group remained unidentified. His undercover job at Fortico is the final stage of his revenge plan, designed to expose the last surviving criminals. Meanwhile, a group of former military soldiers is planning an elaborate heist against Fortico, led by a disciplined and bitter man named Jackson. They believe they can outsmart the company and steal millions. They carefully observe the armored trucks, timing, and security patterns. Unknown to them, H is also watching closely. As tension builds, small betrayals and hidden motives surface among Fortico employees. Some guards are secretly involved in criminal activity, leaking information to the robbers. H stays silent, letting them think he is weak, while quietly preparing to strike when the time is right. The criminals finally execute their massive heist, attacking Fortico's main depot with military precision. The building becomes a war zone as guards are slaughtered and alarms blare. H reveals his true identity during the chaos, moving through the facility like a ghost. He kills anyone who stands in his way, showing no mercy. The robbers quickly realize they are not facing an ordinary security guard, but a highly trained and vengeful warrior. Bullets, explosions, and blood fill the air as H methodically hunts down every person involved in his son's death, one by one. As the assault continues, H confronts Jackson and his team. Jackson believes he is fighting for justice after being mistreated by society, but H sees him only as a murderer. Their confrontation is brutal and intense, with both men refusing to back down. H's rage pushes him forward despite injuries. Meanwhile, some Fortico employees are revealed as traitors, turning on their own co-workers for money. H executes them without hesitation. The depot becomes a graveyard of betrayal and violence. Through sheer determination and skill, H moves closer to Jackson, determined to end the nightmare once and for all. H and Jackson finally face each other in a dark, burning section of the depot. Jackson tries to justify his actions, claiming the robbery was just a job gone wrong. H, consumed by grief and anger, refuses to accept excuses. He remembers his son's last moments and how helpless he felt. Without mercy, H kills Jackson, bringing an end to the man who orchestrated the fatal robbery. Yet his victory feels hollow. Revenge has not healed his pain. The building is in ruins, and bodies cover the ground. H stands alone, realizing that vengeance cannot restore what he lost. With the robbers eliminated, H confronts Bullet, one of his own co-workers, who is revealed as the actual killer of H's son. Bullet confesses, shocked that H survived. The betrayal cuts deep, as H trusted him during their time together. In a final emotional moment, H executes Bullet, delivering the justice he has been seeking. As police arrive and the chaos settles, H walks away quietly. He has achieved his revenge, but there is no satisfaction in his heart. The cost has been too high, leaving him emptier than before. Wrath of Man ends with H leaving behind the shattered remains of Fortico and his violent past. He has eliminated everyone responsible for his son's death. Yet his life remains broken. The film presents a dark and gritty tale of vengeance, showing how grief can turn a man into something cold and ruthless. H's journey is not about heroism, but about the destructive power of loss. Guy Ritchie's intense direction highlights brutal action and emotional pain. In the end, H is a man who won his revenge but lost his soul, forever haunted by the price he paid.